asking, where is the love? This morning we have a variety of topics to talk about, including how honest is too honest and how important is communication anyway. Licensed therapist Dr. Misty Smith joins us this morning with some relationship advice, and she takes your questions that you have emailed or by also social media. Good morning, Dr. Misty. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
So let's jump right into it. Our first question that came by Facebook, I believe, and that question is, Mitchell asked, I'm getting married this fall. My fiance and I like our own space. What advice can you give for making a smooth transition from having that space to living with someone without losing your self-identity? What do you think?
Well, you have to remember that marriage is about blending two completely independent lives. And it's not just called the honeymoon period because of all the good things you get to experience. It's about learning how to be in a house together and enjoy each other, as well as learn how to live with each other. So I encourage that you communicate about your needs and what you feel is too much time together. Spending every waking minute together is probably not a great idea in the beginning, even though sometimes we're all in love and we want to. I still encourage him to take his poker night and her to do her mani-pedis with the girls or have margarita night or whatever makes her happy. And those can happen, you know, once a week, twice a week. If you don't have any kids that you're responsible for, then continue to have a little independence. You do have to think about another person now, so you can't just run off after work for drinks without communicating that, but it is just about communication.
So they should be having that conversation now about their expectations and, you know, I need my space to do this. So when you get into the relationship, you think that's a good idea so they don't have those expectations? I
do. I think it's almost as important as how many children do we want to have.
Exactly.
Is the expectation of how often can I get out and do things if you're already accustomed to that.
Okay, I can't wait to hear your answer from this one. This one came from Twitter. Recently, I was at the beach in a bikini, and a former boyfriend made a hurtful comment in front of people, pointing out some cellulite on my thighs. I have since become self-conscious and won't even walk in front of mirrors. How do I deal with this and put this behind me without having plastic surgery? Somebody was way too honest and it's hurtful. What do you think about this?
Well, I think she needs to remember the source.
It's right.
He is a former boyfriend for a reason, and maybe this is part of the reason. He might just be lashing out. I don't know the circumstances of their breakup. If it was her who broke up with him, then maybe he's lashing out at her and just trying to say hurtful things. But if she does, you know, have an issue with what she looks like, then we are in control of what we look like, and we can do things about that. I think that a lot of us just need to be happy with ourselves. And self-affirmations, positive affirmations, there's a lot of information out there. I do a lot of that in my counseling practice with individuals. And it's also, there's a great book called Learning to Love Yourself by Sharon Cruz that I refer a lot of people to. And it is about accepting yourself and learning just to be happy with you and not needing that from anyone else.
And Rachel, there's somebody out there who's going to love all your thighs, no matter what shape and size and all that. So forget that guy. He's no good.
Exactly.
Okay.
I agree.
Thank you, Dr. Smith, for joining us this morning. Much more on Good Day Alabama right after these messages.